Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Commanders family, it's game day. The Washington Commanders face the Cincinnati Bengals tonight. Preseason game. After last week's debacle, let's see how we bounce back. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Dream Team Buddha. Hail to the Commanders.
Y'all know the routine. Before we get into this video, if you will, give this video a thumbs up. Show your boys some love. Let's get into this video. What's good, Commanders family? Welcome to another episode of Everything Commanders. I'm your host, Dream Team Buddha. So, the Washington Commanders have a preseason game tonight. We face off against the Cincinnati Bengals at home. The first home game of the preseason. Technically, the first home game of the 2025 season at Northwest Stadium. And we've been hearing for the past couple weeks since before preseason started that the Cincinnati Bengals, when they come to town, they plan their starters, at least for a few drives. And guess what? We got the word. We're going to play our starters at least for a few drives. Well, not quite all of them, but the veterans, you know, they're going to sit out. But for the most part, JD5 and the gang going to be out there. Now, JD5 will be missing 3 of his starting offensive linemen, but we shall see how that fares. I hope that they protect my boy, JD5. You got to keep the investment protected at all times. And with him being out there without Laremy Tunsil, it really don't sit well with me. But I get it. They need to be running the ball and making sure that, you know, it's not all on Jaden hands. You just want him to go out there, get his feet wet, and get some reps with a real live football game, you know. Before we get into this whole segment, it's a lot of people that won't be playing tonight, and they put a list out early in the week when Dan Quinn, the coach of the Commanders, spoke. He named a list of players who will not be playing tonight. So let's go over that list real quick, and then we're going to get to some of the keys of the game and matchups that I'm looking for and what I'm looking for tonight, period. All right. First up on the list is Bobby Wagner. We don't need to see Bobby Wagner out there. We already know what he brings to the table. We know that he's a Hall of Famer, and we know he's going to do what he got to do when he, you know, suits up for week 1 against the Giants. Next up, Von Miller. Von Miller just came to the team. Same thing here. He's a veteran. We already know what he's going to bring to the table, and, you know, it's no need to see our Hall of Fame left end or right end, whatever side he's going to play on, out there in the preseason game getting banged up. We don't even need to see that. Same with Zach Ertz. He's a savvy veteran. He's only here because he sees Super Bowl, just like Bobby Wagner and Von Miller. All 3 of those guys are chasing the Super Bowl. Not to say the rest of the guys on the roster aren't, but those 3 guys at the end of their careers who could possibly walk away from the game after this season, they all here to chase the Super Bowl ring. Preseason isn't much. It doesn't matter as much as the regular season or playoffs or the Super Bowl or anything like that. It's just preseason. We do not need to see those old savvy vets out there on the field. All right. Next up, Laremy Tunsil. That's who I would love to see out there to protect Jaden Daniels. Whenever Jaden Daniels is out there, I would love to see his blind side out there with him. Now, for whatever reason, Laremy Tunsil probably getting a vet rest or whatever the case may be, but he won't be getting suited up for this game. It just don't sit well with me because JD5 is out there, like I said. But we shall see how it goes. And, you already know next up, Sam Cosmi. Sam Cosmi still dealing with a lower leg injury, and he's looking like they won't count out week 1 as his return. I don't believe he'll be ready by week 1. I think he'll be ready at least by week 4 of the regular season. But we shall see how that plays out. So that's 2 starting offensive linemen that won't be in the game. Then moving right along for a 3rd offensive lineman that won't be in the game. A starting offensive lineman, who is Brandon Coleman. Brandon Coleman had an injury a couple weeks ago. He could not make it out to New England. He didn't play in the preseason game, and he still won't play in this game tonight. No update really on his injury, but for whatever reason, he will not be playing in today's game, or tonight's game, because it's a Monday night game at 8 p.m. at Northwest Stadium. Moving right along, we won't see our biggest target at wide receiver that goes by the name of Noah Brown. I really would like to see Noah Brown out there, but again, I feel the same way with Noah Brown, although he's not a Hall of Fame player or, savvy veteran. Well, he is a savvy veteran technically because he's been in the league for some years. But we don't need to see Noah Brown out there in the preseason. We know what he brings to the table. We need him to stay healthy, stay on the field, and be available for JD5 when JD5 need to go across the middle or deep post or whatever the case may be. We need Noah Brown because we already know that that's JD5 like second line of target. So after Terry McLaurin, we know Noah Brown. Hell, it was even some times where Noah Brown was getting more targets than Terry McLaurin. So we definitely going to need him for the regular season, so it's no worry. And then the next up, we already knew this. He just got activated off the PUP list, but Terry McLaurin will not be playing tonight. If you're not aware of this list was put out after DQ did his presser earlier in the week. Saturday. And then Marcus Mariota, he won't be playing tonight. It's cool. We don't need Marcus Mariota to play. We already know what he brings to the table. Josh Johnson will be playing, and Sam Hartman will be playing again. You already know I like to see Sam Hartman improve, but I think Josh Johnson give us a better chance at getting these young wide receivers and these young weapons, viable reps. I'm trying to get better with that. Moving right along. This guy right here, excuse me. This guy right here that goes by the name of Jordan McGee. I don't know what's going on with this young man. I would like to see him stay healthy, stay on the field. Your best ability is availability. And so far, for whatever reason, why they holding him off the field or whatever the case may be, we need to see him on the field. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a serious injury or it's a slight injury or it's nothing to be alarmed about at all. But for whatever reason, for precautionary reasons, they keeping this guy off the field. Hopefully, he's ready to go 100%. Week 1, come Giants, because we definitely going to need him because I think the Giants looking all right. All right, moving right along. Javonte Jean-Baptiste. He won't be playing tonight. I thought that he would. Before coming into the offseason, I felt like we need to keep an eye on him because he might be the sleeper as far as the pass rusher to actually make some noise this year. That's still to be determined. The season will be here. I don't know why he ain't playing right now, trying to make a name for himself. He better tighten up. Last but not least, Jonathan Jones, the savvy veteran cornerback. He's another one of those ones who's a savvy vet, and it's not much that he need to show us out there on the field. We pretty much know what he brings to the table, and let's just let him get ready for week 1. All right, y'all, that was the whole entire list of players who will not play tonight. And I know you all seen the news yesterday of B-Rob. It was a report that was put out that the Washington Commanders been shopping around Brian Robinson Jr., our beloved B-Rob, and they pretty much got him on the block. Now it's Jordan Schultz put the tweet out, should I say, that started this massacre, should I say, this wildfire. But until it's true, you just got to watch it closely. Like I said, I gave my take on it yesterday. I spoke on, what I felt about the situation. Like, I honestly don't see the need to trade B-Rob, but if they trade B-Rob, it is what it is. I'm going to follow with the team regardless of what, you know what I'm saying? No hate over here for B-Rob. B-Rob, my man, it just last year, he kind of like let me down on my little parlay that I had put together for the season. But other than that, I love B-Rob. I think that, is he, one of the top running backs in the league? No. Is he the best running back for the Commanders? It depends. It's situational. It depends on what down it is. Because I don't think he's an all-around back. He don't have enough speed. He don't have that as much twitch as you would like to see as your Saquon Barkley's or your Jahmyr Gibbs or whatever the case may be. He just ain't him. And he's not bad, though. He's not a bum. Put it like that. But anyway, moving off of that list, let's get on into what I would like to see tonight in tonight's game. Because, last week, it was just not so good, man. We looked pretty bad. We played very poorly against the New England Patriots. They actually dropped, I believe, 48 points on our head, as if we didn't just suffer from the 57 points in the championship, in the NFC Championship. I believe it was 57. Look, it was 50 plus, and I'm still hurting from it. So I think it was 55. Yeah. So to get 48 put on our head in the preseason was kind of crazy. Was it 48 or 38? I don't know. Whatever it was crazy. But anyway, tonight I'm looking to see, them put on a better show tonight. At least make it competitive. It's not about wins and losses tonight, just like it is any preseason game. It's not about wins and losses. It's about seeing these young guys go out there and get better and better each week, seeing who improved and who's not improving, who's not taking well to coaching, and who won't be on this team come roster cut. So it's a few players that I want to take a look at, and that I'm going to keep my eyes on. Like I did last week, I set aside 7 players that I wanted to keep my eyes on. But tonight, who was on that list of veterans that, will be playing, that they wasn't on the list of not playing, that I like to see? Marshawn Lattimore. Tonight, we get to see the starting cornerbacks. Let's say the starting secondary, which goes by Marshawn Lattimore, Mikey Sainristil, Trey Amos, Will Harris, and Quan Martin. We get to see all of those guys play tonight. I don't know for how long. I would assume that it's going to be for a couple of drives or whatever, and then you'll see all the young guys come in or whatever. But it's going to be good to see those guys play, because we definitely going to need them, because Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, Joe Burrow in the gang is coming. And they played last week, and they was not playing. They made sure that they had those guys out there, and they was looking like they was mid-season ready. Like they wasn't week 1, they was mid-season. Them boys looking good, so we shall see how it turns out tonight. Let's just hope that our guys show up and, get those reps in where they are needed. But the talk of the day, although this guy didn't practice at all week, he did practice, should I say. He was just in a no-contact black jersey all week. And I'm talking about Bill Merritt, Jacoby Krosky Merritt. With this B-Rob situation going on. B-Rob playing tonight, by the way. He will be playing tonight. And with this B-Rob news that just came out overnight, I wonder how that's going to look tonight. Because I imagine that B-Rob may feel some type of way after that story came out, whether it's true or not. I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. If B-Rob, even if what if Bill only played one? If he played less, it's like going to be hard to kind of guess what they planning over there, because I think they really, really, really like Bill Merritt, and they just don't know how to tell us. But at the end of the day, I just feel like, you can keep both running backs on the roster and still, get to the Super Bowl ring. It's no need to trade B-Rob. Like I said, the trade value for B-Rob is not the best. I don't think we get much for him. At the end of the day, they might wind up cutting him, and I'm hoping that they don't. I'm hoping that they just keep him on the roster. If they can't get value for him, just let him play out his last year's contract. There's no need to release him. Just keep him on the roster, man. I mean, I know we got some good backs in the backfield, but B-Rob, listen, we need B-Rob, man. We need B-Rob. But I do like JCM. I do think he will be one of them ones, just off of what we've seen thus far. It's still early, and we still have time to see what it will be. I know he went down after, 4 or 5 carries in the first game, came down on his shoulder, and he was supposed to play a whole lot of snaps. He's supposed to got a whole lot of repetitions in that game. You know what I'm saying? But he went down on his shoulder. They took him out of the game for precautionary reasons, and now he will be playing tonight. So a few players that I like to see tonight. We're going to roll over from last week, and I ain't got to do just long and draw it out. I just want to see Trey Amos do what he do. The entire secondary. I want to see how they fare against those weapons that Joe Burrow possessed over there in Cincinnati. That's what we're going to pay attention to tonight. I want to see how that pass defense look, because they're going to come out slinging it. And we need to see how that's going to turn out. But at the end of the day, let's just hope and pray that everybody stays fairly healthy. We don't need no injuries tonight. We're going to rebuke all injuries in the name of Jesus. You know, we want these guys to stay healthy as we ramp up for the regular season. And, you know, availability is your best ability. You know what I'm saying? So let's just all pray, man, that those guys stay healthy. And let's see how this game turn out. Hopefully it's a good game and it's enjoyable to watch. And it's not like last week. I don't believe they're going to come out looking the same way as they did last week. But I do know this. The Giants is looking good. The Giants looking good in preseason. Russell Wilson. Listen, the Giants will not be no slouches. I think all 4 teams are going to be good. I don't think the Giants are going to make the playoffs. But at the same time, I think all 4 teams are going to be pretty good this year. I like what I see with the Giants. Of course, the Eagles doing what they do. And I don't know what's up with the Cowboys. But they won't be no trash. As long as they got Dak Prescott under the helm and CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens and the whole gang, they won't be too bad, man. I think it's going to be a good year this year for the NFC East, or should I say the NFC Beast. We shall see. But I got something to say. The Commanders, they got something to say. And as long as they got something to say, we will be in that fight. So I look forward to seeing how things turn out this year. But anyway, that's going to do it for your boy. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Show your boy some love. Help me get into the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can push this video out to more and more people. Welcome to the family if you joined the family. And if you haven't, we don't know what you're waiting on, man. Join the family, man, as we grow rapidly over here. Also, rest in peace to my brother Rico. I don't know if you can see that right there. Lost my brother July 4th. And I'm going to hold it down for him from here on out. Forever. Forever. Long live Rico. Before I get out of here, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Scamander!